What the business is, YouTube? This is Clarence over at Pursuit of Freedom. Looking at the hottest thing, I think, over the course of probably an entire year, man. MBOT opened up the day at $9.70. This thing at $19 and it's still trying to cook. Now this just is some minor trade practice. Just want to give you an example, man. Like I watch a bunch of traders. You know what I'm saying? You can see my realized on the day, and I'm stopping. I'm done. You got to always know when to back away from the computer or back away from trading. So I took a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 red trades and 4 green trades. It still came out green on the day. Nothing real big. This MBOT, I could have just stayed in MBOT from the beginning from 13 and be getting out now at 19, being that it's 11:10 in the 18 in the AM on the 15th. But I traded MBOT a couple times, and I'm thinking about getting in again because it wasn't at 19 when I first turned the computer back on just to take a peek. But I mean, that right there puts me at 50% on the day. Now you want to be as accurate as possible. You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna be right every single time, and that's what I know. I know that I'm not right every single time. I have not seen the analyst. I have not seen the trader who is right 100% of the time. I hear a lot of traders brag and boast on their winning percentage being 70%, 60%, which is great, man. But you can still dot your I's and cross your T's, you know what I'm saying, and come out on top if you 50%. Of course you want to be as good as you possibly can be. Because look at this thing selling off to the tune of $2 million, and I'm still looking at 1 minute candles. That's to the left. Daily candles to the right. I just wanted to, since I just looked at that, I was like, you know what? I made a total of 8 trades today, 4 winners and 4 losers, and it still was a 645. Now that's paper trading, so ain't no real cash in that today. Right now I'm under I forgot what it's called. I'm under the PDT rule, but my funds, I'm under the settlement period. My funds have to settle. So with my funds settling, I'm just stuck with practice. Practice makes perfect anyway. Look through a couple trades though. See, something that I'm noticing, man. Look at this here. Look at the time in that box. 10:55. 10:55 right now. We getting second push. I noticed the stock yesterday that got like an end of the day push. BROC. Now, I'm gonna scroll back. Look at what happened yesterday. Just for a second, I don't know what's going on in this market, and that's kind of what I'm getting at for the second. Like, so this thing had done opened up, wasn't doing much of nothing on the entire session. So this is 9 o'clock back over here. It did ended up, getting a big jump. That's to the tune of 30-some%. And then it flattened out all day for the rest of the day because this is midday. As a matter of fact, when did the jump begin? When did the breakout begin? 12:30. So, I mean, man, the market open used to be where all of the price action was. But now we're getting stocks that are continuing and pushing making their breaks. The action coming into play way later. It's like the market open as far as being the time where these things usually break out and jump. It's just not, that's not the time no more. You know what I mean? I know you get some news or whatever that caused this type of run to the tune of 40%. But then this thing got stagnant again until right over here in this here area where it's right at 3 o'clock on the dot. Right at 3 o'clock on the dot, this darn thing started to jump again. And that was yesterday now. What it's doing today, I don't really care about. But man, this thing right at 3 p.m. decided it wanted to get up. That was just one that I remember looking at from yesterday. Now I was in this here stock KTOV. This was the previous one, the last one I was talking on. How long have I been yapping? So I'm in 5 minutes now, 6 minutes. And I got in and out right up in this area here. And now that same area turns out to have been a good area to buy. This could have been a good stock to hold, but most of the time I'm asleep by this time or trying to get to sleep by this time, so I'm not up, being that I got to work tonight. So this thing here begins its break way later. You know what I mean? Let me just look through, because I always like to look through the stocks that I decided to trade. This was another stock that I seen beginning to move, and it looks as though I got out at the right time. BSQR. The volume is at 540,000 now, 6.1 on the float. So that's a low float stock. I seen this big jump. Once again, that's 15 minutes after the bell is open. So I got in on a dip. That little blue dot is where I bought in. This red dot is where I sold. I didn't play with it too long. I was thinking of a retest of this 280 area-ish, anywhere up here around this 285, 280. And that would have been a quick little scout for a game. But this thing is pulling back. Got beneath the VWAP. I'm already out. Netflix. I had no clue looking at this daily chart. Look at what Netflix done did over the last like 10 days or something, man. What's that? That's 20 days total. You know, all of those days ain't trading days because we got the weekends. But in 20 days, Netflix done came back to the tune of 49, damn near 50%. And gapping up today. It's incredible, that movement. And I completely missed it by not looking at higher price stocks. Actually, I had to hear CNBC talk about that for a quick second for me to want to get involved. But I got in, and then I got back out. I'm not finna watch it, so I really just want to grow this account trading wise and stop playing with it. Here's another one. Now the breakout area was about 460, so it had already broke out on the day. It's opening range, but once again, it's after 10 o'clock when this thing finally pushes above that level. So I'm in at 10:19, out at like 10:22, 10:23, just a few minutes. And it looks like I could have held a little bit longer, been a little bit more patient, and it would have gave me even more gains. The breakout on the daily chart coincides as well from the 8th. So this thing pushed up, set a resistance level, pulled back for a few days, bear flag down, bull flag down. Could have been a decent bull flag buy, just right off the tops, which is, I'm trying to eyeball some more longer term strategies because day trading is not working for me right now. I don't see good trades. I only made like one or two trades the entire year so far. Usually I'm at least a little bit more involved in that. And the last one was this VVUS, which looks as though I got in and out in perfect timing. Well, not necessarily perfect, but I scalped it because you're not going to capture the entire movement. But I got in and I got out within a few minutes, right at the top of this here position. So I was able to lock in a little small gain on that. And since then, it has been pulling back, done cracked beneath the VWAP. So, I mean, you're not going to capture the whole movement every time, But sometimes this happens and that works for a small gain. I mean, that's several trades, 5 total on the day, and well, no, 8 total on the day, 4 winners, 4 losers, up 645. I always take a green day over anything else. NBOT trying to act like it want to pull back, but I see this thing going. I mean, it's at all-time highs. I got to look at a weekly chart. Okay, let's look at a monthly chart. Is this thing really at all-time highs? Nope, but it's approaching all-time highs right now. Like 1990, $20. This thing is now back at all-time highs in 2 days. That is ridiculous. That's crazy. I haven't seen a move like that in a good while, and I missed it for the most part. This is Pursuit of Freedom.